Hello, this is going to be Tenkara Fly Fishing part dose. But before I get to that stuff, because I got a lot of footage from my trip last week, I'm going to tell you that this came today. Yep, box from Mystery Tackle Box. Thank you to whoever decided to do that up for me. So I'm going to open her up and see what's inside. This is apparently the saltwater box. Somebody knows I'm trying to get into the salt, and they decided to help me out by doing a mystery tackle box thing. So we cut the tape. It's so exciting. I'm just clicking a. Oh my god! I have, this is cool, this is like Christmas. Some Logic Lures ceramics, braid and fly universal cutting tool. That's pretty cool, right? Card that I'll read later. Lucky Craft looks like a jerkbait. Lucky Craft, it's one of these guys. So connector and swivels. This is a different type of connector swivels than I've ever seen. This looks like they're made of some kind of plastic. Try to back that up a little bit, but they're some hooks. So they look like circle hooks, Trident circle hooks, little ones. What are they, 1/0? Yeah. Little 1/0 circle hooks. Ooh, something squishy. Something squishy! Wigglers. K-wigglers. K-wigglers? Quigglers? Quigglers. That's cool. Looks like a soft jerk. Probably, from what I can feel in the package, a paddle tail. Big bite, saltwater baits. This looks kind of like a fishtail worm fluke shrimp thing. So it's kind of got a, like, I guess you would put a jig head on that. So I guess it's kind of a shrimpish, but it's a real long, thin shrimpish thing with a yellow tail. It's a book of some sort, and I will read that later as well. I'll put this over here with the readable. Oh my god, my favorite. My favorite. That's just like my favorite sticker. So that's a lot of cool stuff. Mystery Tackle Box is normally a subscription type deal where you let them know what to send you, what type of fishing you like to do, freshwater, saltwater, like what you want to catch, and they kind of tailor your box. I guess it's one of those monthly box things. Oh, something else in with the scissors. It looks like some kind of a lanyard in the back. Because that's fun. Lanyards are fun. On and over to the fishing part that I did last week. So you can actually see what the fly is doing. Okay, there's the line. There's the end of the... Well, you can see the fly or not, but you kind of want to, it's kind of like a roll cast, like a modified roll, you know. You don't really have to false cast this thing too much. You just want to get it out there, you know. There you go. It was actually a good cast and I missed it. Okay. And that's, like I said, that's a dry, so that's going to sit up on the surface. You can twitch it a little bit, see, and there's nothing feeding on the top right now, so that's just, it's pretty much just for demonstration's sake. I don't see anything, nothing feeding on the surface, nothing popping. There's not even mullet or anything like that out there. But that's pretty much how that goes. And like I said, this is one of their smaller rods. Sometimes people use fly rods to microfish for bait. Okay, I'm trying to get the arm action for this.
See? And then it goes out there. Usually you want to keep your elbow in tight, and just kind of with this tinier rod, you just want the wrist action. I was talking about how I was going to switch from the dry, because I really wasn't trying to fish dry. Nothing was coming up and eating off the top, so I'm switching to this little tube. I just tied it on. My tube's tied. Anyway, you fish those more like a roll cast because there's a little more weight to that tube than there is to the fly. So I'm gonna show that now. It's funny because that tube has a little bit of air up in the top, so it does float a little bit. Might have to squeeze that air out. Oh, tree behind me. It doesn't really sink. I mean, it kind of sits just under the surface. So I'm going to try and give it a squeeze. Actually, maybe that's kind of a desirable trait. Keep hitting that palm tree behind me. There we go. It's funny how that just sits right under the surface. I'm gonna throw a tiny split shot on there, just at the head of that hook. Okay, I've tied on this tiny little nymph, which has a little weight to it. It's got a bead head. We'll see if I can microfish any bait size stuff. So I went with the MREs this time for food because I don't feel like getting all involved. This is the little heater you're supposed to use, but I didn't. This is pretty much what's left of the penne and sausage crumbles. Yeah, I crushed it. That's pretty good stuff. But I mean, look, came with Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts and a Tootsie Roll. Me and my diabetic bad self. It's okay though. Penne was good. There's also two kinds of jelly. There's grape and apple. MREs. They are the way to go, baby, if you don't feel like wasting a whole lot of time. Okay, definite fish on. Tenkara rod. And it looks like a flounder. So I gotta try it. Try and land this guy. Of course, the freaking Wi-Fi thing comes up right now. Where is it? There we go. So there's a flounder. How do I land this guy? Tenkara flounder. I don't know where it went. Can't see it. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna try and land this guy. Well, as expected, he broke off. I mean, I was using a 5X tippet, which is about between a 3 and a 4 pound test, maybe. I got him in to shore a little bit, and then I'm on a little bit of a wall. I went to pick him up out of the water, and the tippet broke, and he went off with my streamer. So I'm going to tie on something a little bit heavier. I probably should have switched it out anyway to a 6 pound at least, but I'm a dope. I'm dopey. So I didn't do that. So I lost a pretty nice flounder. Okay, look at this guy. Look at this. That's a raccoon, folks. Right there. While I'm talking to you guys, he just came running out of. And here's another one. Whoop. Okay, I'm back. Just as he came out, the thing went dead. There's another one.